on, everybody? It's your boy Rome 300 back again with another video. Welcome to He Smells Like Rome. Yes, we back again. Man, this is your first time joining. I don't know if they told y'all, but this is where you get those exclusive fragrance reviews from. This is where you get those fragrances that are not talked about in the fragrance community at all because they are hidden gems. I'm the guy that's gonna show y'all the fragrances that's gonna get you compliments, yes, if you like that type of thing, but also gonna have conversation pieces because ain't nobody gonna smell like you wherever you go. That's my job. So if that's the type of place you want to join, please, at the end of this video, if you enjoy what I show you guys, present to you guys, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. That's all I ask because I'm trying to get more subscribers. I'm trying to get to that 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 subscribers on my channel. Hopefully, I'll hit 3,000 before the end of this year. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about, y'all saw the title, yep, Affinessence. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I love this house. Excuse the fingerprints on the bottle. Let me see if I can wipe it off a little bit, but I'm gonna do a nice presentation for y'all. Y'all know how I am. But man, this thing is a fingerprint magnet. But we're not talking about the box. That's not what we're here for. We're here for the juice. And what fragrance am I talking about? Wait for it. Affinessence Santal basmati. Oh, y'all not ready. Oh, y'all not ready. Just check out the presentation for a second. I'm gonna give y'all an in-depth review on the presentation. But this is a cashmere pouch right there. That's cashmere right there. Sitting inside of a suede inlay right here. And that's pure wood. Pure wood. Come on, man. That, if that's not luxury, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. But we're here to talk about the fragrance. So let me put this down and I want to show y'all the fragrance. Bam. Nice, simplistic, timeless, classic bottle. Look at that beautiful thing. Metal plate. Y'all have seen the reviews I've done before. Metal cap and the juice. This is definitely a conversation piece. Santal basmati. Let's start with the sandalwood in this joint. The sandalwood is Mysore sandalwood. Now, if you guys are familiar with sandalwood, it's creamy, it's woody, it's sometimes milky, and it sometimes had a slight sweetness to it. But basmati rice is fantastic, but Mysore sandalwood is the most expensive and most exclusive sandalwood you can find in the entire world. And she was able to purchase a large sum of Mysore sandalwood to put in her fragrance. The only other company I know that has Mysore sandalwood, because I think their contract kind of either ran out or they had to share it, was Xerjoff, and that's rich wood. That's the only fragrance I know that has Mysore sandalwood in it. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in the opening, when you spray this, absolutely, you're gonna get that Mysore sandalwood. You're gonna get a creamy sandalwood mixed and met almost immediately with a nice, warm, buttery feel. So creamy sandalwood, woody, buttery, warm, buttery feeling. And those two combinations, I'm not gonna lie, at first, it reminded me of those that caramel buttered popcorn, like just got the popcorn, it just popped and you pour warm caramel on top of it. And you smelling the aroma of the slight saltiness, the slight milky creaminess, and that sweetness that comes from the caramel. That's what I got when I smelled this, when I opened it. And I was blown away. I remember smelling this in the sample and I was like, oh, I gotta get this. I was blown away even from the sample. I wore this just around maybe September-ish. and it was still pretty warm outside at that point. And I'm not gonna lie, when I sprayed it, it worked too well on my skin. It was radiating. It was almost the point where it was too much for me to wear because the sandalwood combined with this kind of heavy dose of patchouli, which didn't come into maybe the middle of the fragrance, but when I wore it at that point, it was still around 80 degrees outside. Man, that thing, you could smell me down the block around the corner. So I would say that if you don't mind wearing heavy fragrances in the summer, go ahead, but I wouldn't suggest doing that with this fragrance in particular. But let me not go ahead. I'm not getting too far ahead of myself. So let's get back to the notes. So we got sandalwood, we got that creaminess, we get a little bit about a half hour into the fragrance, and you have, in my opinion, the basmati rice mixed with that patchouli. Now, that sandalwood does not go away at all. Not at all. Not even a little bit. It's still roughly around 90% there. But we got another kind of creaminess, milkiness coming along, and that's that rice, almost kind of rice pudding-like kind of feel. Now, it's not soggy or wet or damp. No, it has the creaminess, and you absolutely smell the rice note, like someone is boiling rice, right? So you got that richness from the sandalwood that mixes that rice and creaminess that creates that milky kind of feel, and it intensifies it even more than what it was in the opening from that sandalwood blast that I got. Now we get maybe about 2-3 hours down the road, and now this is when the sandalwood slightly dies a little bit, but the creaminess from that and this patchouli, almost peppery, slightly peppery patchouli comes out. Spices come out a little bit more. It's still woody, and for me, this is when it becomes softer. I don't know how they did it. It was heavy. It was in your face in the beginning for the first 3 hours, and then it just became softer, and now it has a powdery kind of effect. Slightly powdery, still creamy with the rice note. That's what it smells like, boiling rice, and you poured kind of like a milkiness in it at this point. Patchouli gives it this kind of herbal spice, still slightly got the sweetness, and you got that hint, the hints of that caramel buttered popcorn in there. Get to the dry down. The dry down is probably the most interesting to me, because now that caramel popcorn note, now just bear with me. This is how complex this fragrance is, and how, like, just the genius mind that Sophie has. When it comes to creative fragrance. Caramel popcorn, milky rice note, woodiness, slightly spicy herbal vibe in the middle. Now we get to the dry down. We got a milky vibe, woody note, popcorn is there, but now it smells like a salted caramel popcorn mixed with wood and rice milk. I'm like, how is this coming along? And it smells so good. Now you might think, oh, Rome, you're making it sound like this is a gourmand. No, it smells edible. It's not a gourmand. It doesn't make me want to eat it. It just reminds me of those food categories. I can picture them every time I smell it. Now the dry down, it tends to have a little bit more of a salty vibe than I would expect. It doesn't stay with that sweetness. The caramel note doesn't stay very long. But overall, this is a unique, fantastic fragrance. The powdery softness is what is going to make this a unisex fragrance, hands down. This is going to be something that women will be drawn to this probably more than men if men don't like that kind of milky vibe and that powdery note. I see women definitely going towards this. But for me, that caramel kind of popcorn vibe in the beginning, that woody note, the creamy sandalwood in the beginning, and it lasts like 3 hours, that's fantastic for me. I really, really enjoy that. I really enjoy it. I'm gonna actually spray it on my hand. I got something on the way, but that's all right. Let's show you guys what the spray looks like, okay? Big mist. Absolutely exactly what I said, man. I wish I could spray this on you so you can smell it through the camera, but I can't. That does not make any sense to me how they do that. But that's so, this is so fantastic. Guys, if you like my description, I'm telling you, go pick up this bottle. It's fantastic. Great fragrance. You can get it in 50 ml now, and it's like $175 for 50 ml. You don't have to get the whole full 100 ml presentation anymore. I'm a sucker for presentation. I have to have the whole thing, in my opinion. You don't have to, but the juice itself is just wonderful. Time to wear it. If I have to go old school with you guys, definitely, in my opinion, this is a fall winter fragrance. 100%. Date night, absolutely. Unisex, absolutely. And this is a fragrance that I would say would be a great gift. If you want to get something for a significant other, no one's going to be upset with this. This is how fantastic. Who don't like popcorn? Tell me one person that don't like popcorn. Who doesn't like caramel? Who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like rice? Like, rice isn't like every meal. Come on, man. So, with that said, guys, Santal basmati, go check it out. I know I didn't say every note that was in there. I'm just giving you the important notes that make sense to me. Y'all can look up the notes, go to their website and see it. But I'm telling you guys, fantastic fragrance. Go check it out. All right? Until next time, like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Till then, peace.